Welcome, and let's talk about how to think like Elon Musk. Well, Elon Musk was called the Man of the Year in 2021 by Time magazine. As we all know, he was just the man who changed the world of electric cars, space, solar renewable energy, and artificial intelligence. And he's just the owner of the company Tesla, SpaceX, Solar City, Neuralink, and OpenAI. He literally changed the world with his ideas and actually made them a reality, by the way. And in this video, we're going to know how in the world did he do that and what kind of person did he need to become to reach the place where he is right now. And with that, I welcome you to the world of first principle thinking. Elon Musk has always advocated the first principle thinking to approach to the people. He believes that people should apply it in problem solving in the framework of principle first principle thinking. So, what is this first principle thinking? First principle thinking is a problem solving and decision making approach that involves breaking down complex ideas or systems into their fundamental components or basic principles. It's like reverse engineering. Because reverse engineering, let's say for example, if you have a big goal, in order to achieve that goal, you have to break down that big goal into smaller goals. And from there, you have to identify what are the first goal you need to achieve, and then the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, until you have achieved your big goal. But in the first principle thinking, instead of relying on conventional wisdom or analogies, it encourages a deep understanding of the underlying principles governing a situation. So it is an independent thinking. Is it an independent critical thinking approach of solving problems? So you're going to break down things from its fundamental truths, and from there you're going to generate solutions. Let's take for example Elon Musk applying the first principle thinking in his company Tesla Motors. So in an interview, how did by the way how did he apply this? So in an interview, Tesla was having a problem in making the electric cars production cost um low, because production cost of battery packs at that time was really high. A lot of people are saying to him that battery packs cost $600, and it's been always like that, and it will never change. And from there, Elon Musk applied the first principle thinking. Elon Musk, being Elon Musk, solved the problem. He asked his team, how can we make the battery? Can we make our own battery? They said yes. Okay, then what are the material constituents of the battery? And they said cobalt, etc. Cobalt, aluminum, etc. For them. Okay, and how much of these things cost? If we get those materials, how much of them each cost in London Metal Exchange? And then it turns out that it's only $80 per kilowatt hour. And from there, Tesla was born. Problem solved. Easy. You see that? How did Elon Musk apply these things? If Elon Musk believed, and the people that are saying to him that it will never change, if he rely on conventional knowledge, will be Tesla going to be successful today as it is right now? Probably not. So that's how he did apply. First principle thinking encourages thinking in parts. Start at a very basic unit of that thing, and from there, build solutions. Because it turns out that it sparks more creativity and more possibilities to create more solutions. Challenge assumptions, don't believe in conventional knowledge, and create novel solutions from there. Because if you see all the, you know, if you see all the cards, wouldn't you? Would that make? Would not that be increase your possibility to win? Of course, it would increase, right? If you see all the cards, you would probably pick those better cards, and that's just like for the first principle thinking approach. And you might ask me, what are the benefits of applying first principle thinking in our lives? Here are the benefits. I will tell you. Number one is creative problem solving. Why creative problem solving? Because it enables us to generate innovative solutions by questioning assumptions and getting to the core of the problem. Because we know we would not, because we're not relying on conventional knowledge. That's why we're breaking down things into its fundamental truths, because we're trying to figure out what is really the cause, what is really the root, what is really the root of the problem. Second is better decision making. Why better decision making? Because it leads us to make more informed decisions. Because as it promotes a deeper understanding of underlying principles. Because we're breaking things down into its fundamental principles. Because from there we will see all the cards. That's what I've said. Third is effective learning. Why effective learning? Because as what I have said again and again, we are breaking things down at its fundamental truths, and then it enhances our learning by breaking down complex subjects into fundamental concepts, making them easier to grasp. A very very good thing to apply in our study. Number four is entrepreneurship. If you're a person who is striving to be an entrepreneur, then first principle thinking must be your number one list in your mind to apply in your lives, because entrepreneurial it fosters entrepreneurial thinking, because it encourages the creation of entirely new approach products, as what you have heard, as just like what Elon Musk did, right? Lastly is critical thinking. Critical thinking, why? Because it hones critical thinking skills, helping individuals, us, think more independently and analytically. Because we don't rely on conventional knowledge. We critique the conventional knowledge. We analyze: is it really true? What are the fundamental truths? What are the you will see what are the bigger picture. What is the bigger picture? What are the possible solutions from there? You see, overall, it's empowering us individuals to think more critically, solving more problems more creatively, and make better choices in various aspects in our lives. And you might ask, how can we apply this into our lives? There are 7 steps. Number one is identify the problem. Clearly identify the problem or the decision you're facing. What's the issue? Second is break down. Break it down, baby. Break the problem into its fundamental components or principles. So what's the issue? So and then break them down to up to its roots. Third is question assumptions. Don't rely on conventional knowledge. Doesn't mean that people have tried and failed. You will also fail. So you have to really critique their assumptions. Fourth is research and analyze. That's what I've. Let's just take the example we have said earlier. Elon Musk asked questions. He researched and analyzed. What are the components of battery? Can we make our battery? What are the material constituents of the battery? How much does it cost each? You get the point, right? Research and analyze. And after you have researched and analyzed, generate innovative solutions. Because after you've break down things into its fundamental truths and you research and analyze possible solutions, from there, just gather your cards and play your cards. Generate innovative solutions. Just by stepping back and looking at the bigger picture, seeing all the pieces of the puzzle, you can solve the puzzle. Number six, test and iterate it. Test and iterate your solutions. Very, very important. Test and iterate it. Experiment with your solutions. Learn from the outcomes. And if it's not the solution, refine them. Repeat it. Try and then until you've reached the proper solution. Just like Elon Musk. He break it down things, and it turns out it only costs $80, and they make their own batteries. They don't buy any more battery packs. Problem solved. Lastly, is apply it across your life, because continuously applying it um, across your life, to various aspects of your life, it fosters better decision making and problem solving. So you will become more happy because you'll be making better decisions. So you will regret less, hopefully. Yeah. So what are the what are the I don't know, what are the that's the benefits? But you might think, is it always good to think always in the first principle thinking approach? Yeah, it's not always good because there are also downsides. But the primary downside, potential downside of first principle thinking is that it can be really time consuming and mentally demanding because we're breaking things down. It's its fundamental truths. That's why it's mentally demanding, and it's really time consuming because it requires critical thinking, analyzation, research, testing, and that which may not really always be practical or be always be practical for quick decision making or in situations where conventional solutions are suffice. Yeah, so overanalyzing simple problems using this approach can lead to inefficiency, of course, and unnecessary complexity because you're going to be wasting time. Therefore, it's essential to balance first principle thinking with other problem solving methods as needed. You might think how. I'm going to give you a tip. Don't worry. Key: don't overthink it. Okay, don't overthink things. Don't overthink things. Okay, it's just if it's simple, then check first balance. Can this be applied first principle thinking? Can this be applied into conventional knowledge solutions? So you have to weigh things, right? You have to weigh things, and yeah, that makes us conclude that solving problem is really indeed so hard, physically, mentally, especially mentally, emotionally also, and also spiritually, but it can be really so much more rewarding if you take the time and effort to solve it because it adds, aside from it adds in your self-esteem, it adds more wins in yourself. It adds more pride to yourself if you have a problem and you successfully solve it, knowing that you give effort, you give your time and effort mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, all in all, you give your all in all to solve the problem, and when you have solved it, there's nothing much more greater gratification with that in solving your own problem. So I suggest you stick to solving your own problems. And yeah, that's why it's so nice to be an entrepreneur. It's hard, but it's so nice. It's so much more rewarding, like Elon Musk. So yeah, that's it. So did you find the video valuable? I hope, if yes, you might want to share the video with someone you like to share it with. And if you're enjoying the content in this channel, just hit the like and subscribe button to be updated with our upcoming videos. And as always, my friend, you can do it. I believe in you.